The year's 2025, we have reimagined UNC 1s, we got reimagined black toes, we got rare air 1s, and probably some more I'm forgetting about that are sprinkled in there. But there's one thing in common about all these Jordan 1s. They're sitting on shelves. No one wants them, seems like. And it's not like, oh, they're just size 8 sitting around, or maybe just size 15s, kind of scattered randomness. No, all these Jordans have pretty much full size runs available anywhere you go. And my question is this year the final nail in the coffin for the Jordan 1? Will this make Nike and Jordan reevaluate how they bring out the Jordan 1? Will they put them back in the vault for a while? Just a big question around a shoe that saw just a few years ago obscene amounts of hype where you were buying them, you couldn't get your hands on them, resale was at extreme high. But it shows how cyclical fashion is and how fickle sneakerheads can be. So let's get into it and you guys let me know along the way. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Really do appreciate you for coming on by. And today, we're not going to be reviewing a shoe, but reviewing a situation of a shoe. Like we talked about in the intro, we're going to be looking at the Jordan 1 and really, is it the fall off? Now, the shoe I brought with me to really help illustrate the point is, well, the black toe reimagined. And the reason I brought this one out because I think this one was the start of the hate. If that makes sense. I mean, we know they were supposed to release October of last year. They didn't. They got pushed back so they can be a part of the whole unban campaign where they're really trying to re-energize the Jordan 1. But this shoe feels like just a footnote in anything that was Jordan brand for the last year, or I guess the last 6 months. Now, what's crazy about this is that the Reimagined series is something that seems like Jordan fans, sneaker fans have been really flocking to. But it didn't work with this one for whatever reason. It also didn't work with the UNCs that are still sitting on shelves. But is the question the reimagined piece of it, or is it just pure fatigue of the Jordan 1? Now, I like to break down a couple of things that I know sneakerheads are looking for with shoes, and let's see how it went wrong, or did it actually go wrong, or are we just being hypercritical as sneaker consumers? Now, first things first, you want story. Everyone's talked about they want a good story with the shoe. Well, this is a pretty darn good story if I have to say so myself. I mean, we took a sneaker that is one of the original colorways of the Jordan 1. We got that. Put it in a reimagined series that people seem to love. We got that. But we gave you a prototype. Or I didn't say we. Nike and Jordan gave you a prototype. Something you would never get your hands on that was just a part of a campaign before Michael Jordan got the Wings logo. Check, we got something that you never would thought you'd get your hands on. Then you put a really cool story behind it with the autograph here. You probably can barely see it because it's written in like only ink a black light can see. There you go. And if you hadn't seen this story about how Michael Jordan, talking about his best friend from childhood, check out Carr's video. I'll make sure it's on the screen here. But he did a really great job of breaking that down. But we got all those components that, well, you would think this Jordan would have sold out. So we got original colorway, we got reimagined, we got a PE/prototype you never would have got, and you got a dope story behind it that expresses, again, this relationship between Michael Jordan and his childhood best friend. All those things checked off. Great. Even to take it even further, excuse my box because, well, thanks, Shoe Palace. You shipped it to me like this, but we even got special packaging. Look at this. Special packaging. Even down, you got the B-roll going. You got special packaging everywhere here. But even the paper, special package. It's crazy how far they went to make this a compelling sneaker for people to want to get, and it didn't help. And a lot of times the complaint I heard were, well, one of two things. I don't want that Air Jordan font. Well, I got you, but again, this is actual sneaker history. Like this is the shoe he did this photo shoot with. Or I'm tired of the sell midsoles. Okay, I got you, but these aren't even that bad. These are just a nice cream color. It's crazy because it makes me feel like sneakerheads as a whole just like complaining. They give you what you want. Sometimes I'm not giving Nike and Jordan just to get out of jail free cards saying they give us everything we want. But when you do get what you want, sometimes it's not good enough. So it's kind of what do we want here? So we got our story, we got our original colorway, but no one wanted it. Okay, I guess we'll move on then. Next thing we have materials. Materials pretty solid. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, I would make that assumption, but for a Jordan 1, these are pretty solid materials. You got your nice leathers. The cut is nice. It's not as 85, of course, but from what I'm hearing, people don't even like the 85s that much. So this is an OG cut. Everything looks good here. Colors look great. And this is the first time we actually got this, black toe retro since 2016. So we're at 9 years since we got it. And this one actually has the original black tongue on it. So we got colors and materials right, but yet still not quite enough. So again, do we fall on fatigue? Like, you know what, I'm just over the Jordan 1? Or is there something truly wrong with this sneaker? And as we look at the things like the UNC, again, Reimagined. People, they saw how we flocked towards the Reimagined 1s or Lost and Found 1s, Reimagined 3s, Reimagined 4s. So of course they're gonna keep making them because you kept dishing out the cash. So the question is, are we over Reimagined now? I mean, it's okay to be, because it seems like that's the case, because with these, and of course the UNCs, again, I can go buy both of these at the store. I'm saying both of these like I have it in my hand. You can go buy both of those at the store now, and me personally, I think both are beautiful sneakers. I think the UNC one is done fantastically, but again, we find complaints like, oh, the midsole on that UNC is way too yellowed. I'm like, I got it, I understand. If that's not you, that's not you. And I'm never gonna tell someone to like something they don't like, but it just seems like we're giving out two different messages, because at one point, everyone wanted to sell midsoles. Now we're like, no, it has to be pure white. We gotta make our mind up and just figure out what we want as a whole. But again, that's just me talking there. The last thing I want to talk about is availability. We always get mad that the sneakers app, oh, I didn't hit, or I didn't get this raffle. This shoe was pretty available, and that's being really, I'm understating that. I mean, I could walk into Shoe Palace, Foot Action, Foot Locker. I don't think Foot Action's a thing anymore. Champs, JD Sports, anywhere. I can grab this shoe and it was easy. But now we get people saying, oh, it's too available. Everyone has it, I don't want it. Okay, we don't have to wear it at the same time as everyone else, but if you like the shoe, don't let the echo chamber of people telling you these things like, oh, it's not rare enough, or these little nitpicky things deter you from the shoe. So what do we want? Do we want to have things available where we can get them, or do you want it to be rare? Because let's be fair, when you talk about the Black Toe 1 back in '85, I'm pretty sure everyone can get it. If you want to be as original as possible, I mean, it's not a shoe that I feel like should have been made rare. You already had the extreme rarity of the '85 band, so why be upset that this one was available for people? I don't know. I'm just trying to, I guess, as a quote-unquote student of the game, just trying to understand more of the crazy rise and fall of the Jordan 1, because, I mean, I guess pre-2020, again, Jordan 1 was not something that was, you know, it took a lot for people to really want it, I feel like. I mean, you had your things like your fragments, your shattered backboards that drove people to the shoe, but overall, Jordan 1s were pretty easy to get your hands on. But of course, you had a meteoric rise. Now you have this pretty legendary fall, and seeing it from start to finish is crazy, because again, all things in fashion are cyclical, so of course it's gonna go round and round all the time. But this one just seemed different to me. Just seemed very, I don't know, forced. The hate on this shoe seems very forced when it's such a, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's an everyday shoe for everybody, but it seems like one of those shoes that can fit any collection, as long as your feet don't hurt in them, I guess. But you guys let me know, what are your thoughts on the rise and fall and a consistent fall of the Jordan 1, and things like the Black Toe Reimagined UNCs? Did they deserve to hate? Or is it, again, the echo chamber that everyone's just following the leader and just wanting to bash a shoe that actually looks pretty solid? Let me know down below. Until next time, guys, see ya.